every secret of men, expose every evil, consume every wickedness. You are the all-consuming fire. Come and manifest yourself. You got fire in your eyes, Lord. Nothing hides from you.
Wow, such a very, very important song there, Consuming Fire. Yes, indeed. What a morning. It's Friday morning, the 26th day of April. The month is almost done. But we still got some moments for us to share with you our newscast. So you stay with us right now. It's news time at 6:34. Keep it locked right here on this station as we move to provide you with the latest news right here on NRP Radio. Stay tuned. Good morning and welcome now to our radio platform, nrpmediaja.com, also Facebook and YouTube at NRP Media JA. It's Friday, April 26th. I am Leon Nash with the NRP Break of Day newscast right here on your station. Now, the details of our news. Opposition spokesman for Education, Damon Crawford, has written an open letter to Education and Youth Minister over what he says is a deep concern about the escalating violence among students within our schools. In his letter, Mr. Crawford says that despite repeated calls for action and numerous recommendations put forward by the opposition, the country has witnessed a distressing lack of effective response from the government. He points out that in previous statements, the opposition highlighted the alarming trend of violence within schools and emphasized the urgent need for comprehensive measures to address the root cause of the issue. Mr. Crawford added that various factors contributing to this violence, including individual, relationship, community, societal, and school-related factors, were identified. Mr. Crawford says it is deeply troubling that despite the opposition's efforts to engage in constructive dialogue and provide viable solutions, the government has generally ignored these efforts. He remarked that the lack of progress in implementing concrete solutions is unfortunate and poses a grave risk to the safety and well-being of our children. The opposition spokesman is urging Minister Williams to prioritize the safety and well-being of the nation's students by taking immediate action on these recommendations and to include the opposition as together a safe and nurturing environment for all students can be created. The government is looking to establish a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics STEM innovation teaching center at National Heroes Circle in Kingston. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, in making the disclosure, said the facility will be part of plans for the redevelopment of the area, which will include a new parliament building and other structures to house the various ministries and government agencies. The Prime Minister added that the government has been very careful that it locates strategic buildings in areas that make logical sense. As such, he reminded that a decision to place strategic buildings in a place where access to infrastructure is the consideration of the government for the redevelopment of the Heroes Circle area. The Prime Minister was addressing the Future Ready International Conference at the University of Technology UTech campus in Kingston recently. He said that STEM education, training, and development will be the engine that drives Jamaica's development and bolster the country's international competitiveness in what is projected to be a $1 trillion industry. The Jamaica Fire Brigade is intensifying efforts to ensure that the safety and preparedness of firefighters in responding to fires involving electric vehicles, lithium-ion batteries. Commissioner Stuart Beckford told Jazz News that to date, more than 700 firefighters have received specialized training in relation to such emergencies. Commissioner Beckford added that it is not just about electric vehicles, as devices like laptops pose significant risks due to their lithium ion batteries. Therefore, training persons the best JFB can is the current priority. Speaking against a recent situation where firefighters were electrocuted, the commissioner added that the JFB is fully aware of and apprised themselves of how to treat these fires. He added that key partners in the private sector, such as the Jamaica Public Service and ATL Automotive Group, have also played a vital role in supporting the training efforts. Looking ahead, the commissioner noted that the JFB remains committed to exploring additional training opportunities, including the possibility of sending personnel overseas for more specialized instructions. And continuing the news, the detectives attached to the St. Catherine South Division have charged 45-year-old Darian Clark, a photographer of Kendall Road, Waterford, St. Catherine, with wounding with intent, 2 counts, shooting with intent, illegal possession of a firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition, following an incident along Biscayne Way in St. Catherine on June 21, 2021. Reports from the lawmen are that on Monday, June 21, 2021, about 10:30 p.m., a group consisting of 3 men were on their way from a party walking along the Biscayne Road when they saw Clark. The complainants believed that Clark was acting in a suspicious manner, so they observed him for a moment before attempting to pass. After he went and hid himself in some bushes. Clark, being a stranger to the community, had the men in fear for their lives. They approached the area where Clark went. He brandished a handgun and opened fire in the direction of the men, hitting 2. The other escaped unhurt. The men made a complaint to the Portmore police, and Clark have been eluding the police since. On Wednesday, April 24, Darian Clark turned himself into the police with his attorney. He was officially charged after a question and answer session. A court date is being finalized. And assaulted common law and using a firearm to commit a scheduled offense charges have been laid against 40-year-old Nakia Gregory, a tractor operator of Castle Close, Portmore in St. Catherine, following an incident along Watson Grove, Portmore in the parish on Friday, March 8. Reports are that about 9:20 p.m., the police were at the above-mentioned location when Gregory was seen exiting a motor vehicle whilst holding on to his waistband, which appeared to contain a firearm. Upon seeing the police, Gregory ran off whilst pointing the handgun in the direction of the police. The police took evasive action and opened gunfire into the direction of Gregory, who ran and hid in the area. During a search of the area, he was found with a gunshot wound to the left hip. He was rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was admitted on the police guard. On Saturday, March 9, the police carried out a search of the area, and a Taurus Armas pistol loaded with a magazine containing 4 9mm rounds of ammunition was recovered. Gregory was released from hospital into the custody of the police and was subsequently charged on Wednesday, March 24. A court date is being arranged. You're listening to news on NRP Radio, your primary Christian source for news, sports, and the weather on nrpmediaja.com, reaching you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations whatsoever. Let's take a little break and come right back with more on your NRP Break of Day newscast.
Celebrating 3 years since our inception, the NRP brand of radio and other social media platforms on NRP Media JA is your newest online platform accessible for the promotion of your church and community activities, along with news and sports related information. It's the platform you have been longing for. So call us today at 876-336-9928 or email us at nationalreligiousmedia@gmail.com.
NRP Media and Radio, reaching you where you are. No boundaries, no limitations.
And thank you very much for keeping it locked right here on NRP Radio. It's now 6:43, and we're now heading into the world of sports. And of course, the sports package this morning comes to you courtesy of Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. They're down there in Mandeville in Manchester. Let's touch base with them at this time and come right back with your news items in sports.
Four Seasons Sports and Equipment, the Sports Closet, now located at shop number 3, Leaders Plaza, Nashville, Mandeville, Manchester. Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876-546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports Closet, you'll never go asking for anymore.
And as we kick off our sports stories of this morning, we say good morning to Omar White, wondering if he wants to be our presenter in the sports news on NRP Radio. Omar, if you're there and you're listening, please give us an indication. We'll touch base with you. All right. So good morning to you, and welcome now to our sports package right here on NRP Radio. Jurgen Fernando Mosera bid farewell to the Uruguay national team at the age of 37, where he shone for over a decade and had the honor of winning CONMEBOL Copa America Argentina 2011. Moslera was the starting goalkeeper for the team, led by Oscar Tabarez in all 6 matches of that unforgettable title. He conceded only 2 goals throughout the tournament and was crucial in the quarterfinals penalty shootout against Argentina, saving Carlos Tevez a shot for a 5-4 victory for La Celeste. The 2011 title ended a 16-year winless streak for Uruguay in the tournament. It was the 15th trophy lifted by La Celeste in the CONMEBOL Copa America trademark, where they are the joint most successful alongside Argentina. He made his debut for the national team in 2009 and played in 4 other editions of the Continental Tournament: 2015, 2016, 2019, and 2021. Mosquera was the starting goalkeeper in all those tournaments and ended with a record of 22 matches played in the oldest national team competition. On women football, Brazil legend Marta says she will retire from international football this year. The 38-year-old striker is Brazil's all-time record goal scorer in international football. Marta could make her 6th appearance at an Olympic Games if she is selected for Brazil's squad this summer in Paris. If I go to the Olympics, I will enjoy every moment because regardless of whether I go to the Olympics or not, this is my last year with the national team, she told CNN in Brazil. There will be no more Marta from 2025 in the national team as an athlete. She won Olympic silver at Athens 2004 and Beijing 2008, losing to the United States on both occasions. Marta is the all-time leading goal scorer in World Cups, men's and women's, scoring 17 times in 23 appearances across 6 editions of the tournament. She came closest to World Cup glory in 2007 when Brazil finished runners-up to Germany. Finally, on cricket, Ireland recovered from a batting wobble to secure an opening 6-wicket win over United Arab Emirates and the 2020 World Cup qualifier in Abu Dhabi. Chasing the host modest at 105 for 9. Amy Hunter and Gabby Lewis put on 51 for the opening wicket in 5.5 overs before the Irish slipped to 68 for 4. But a 36-run partnership with Emir Richardson and Orla Prendergast sealed Ireland's victory as they reached their target in 16.1 overs. Richardson and Arlene Kelly both took two United Arab Emirates wickets, with Lewis top scoring with the bat by registering 27. And in local teachers cricket, in the JTA Errol Miller cricket competition held yesterday at the Ultimate Sports Club in St. Anne, Manchester defeated St. Thomas Teachers to lift the coveted trophy in what was a nail-biting finish, where St. Thomas at one point showed that they were going down to the last two balls, that they still had a fighting chance to win. However, the Manchester team, which said that they had a game plan, eventually came out on top. And we say congratulations to the Manchester team, and we'll have more in subsequent sportscasts as they completed their 20 overs and were given their trophies at the end in a very, very important 60th anniversary matchup that took place at Ultimate. That's sports, brought to you courtesy of a Four Seasons Sports Closet and Equipment. They're over there in Mandeville, in Manchester. Let's hear one more time from Four Seasons Sports in Mandeville.
Four Seasons Sports and Equipment, the Sports Closet, now located at shop number 3, Leaders Plaza, Nashville, Mandeville, Manchester. Call them today at 876-613-7429. Cellular phone 876-363-8323 or 876-546-0630. Yes, you asked for it and now you got it. Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Shop with us for a wide range of sporting goods and equipment. It's Four Seasons Sports and Equipment. Sports Closet, you'll never go asking for anymore.
We promise to bring you a good news story as often as we can. If you know of or are aware of any event or person whose good story we should highlight, please send this information to our email address at nationalreligiousmedia@gmail.com or call or WhatsApp 876-336-9928. That's 876-336-9928. Get in touch with us and let us know if you've got any information that you think that we should be covering in our news or sportscast. That's the local news and sports. Stand by now for the latest international news, courtesy of the Voice of America.
This is VOA News. I'm Joe Ramsey. Egypt has sent a high-level delegation to Israel with the hope of brokering a ceasefire agreement in Gaza with Hamas, a U.S.-designated terrorist group. At the same time, Egypt warned a possible Israeli offensive focused on the southern city of Rafah on the border with Egypt could have catastrophic consequences to regional stability. Friday's ceasefire talks were to focus on a limited exchange of hostages held by Hamas for Palestinian prisoners and the return of a significant number of displaced Palestinians to northern Gaza. Violence continues along the Israel-Lebanon border. AP correspondent Charles De Ledesma reports.
Lebanon's militant Hezbollah group says its fighters fired anti-tank missiles and artillery shells at an Israeli military convoy in a disputed area along the border, killing an Israeli civilian. Hezbollah adds its fighters ambushed the convoy shortly before midnight on Thursday, destroying 2 vehicles. The Israeli military has commented the ambush wounded an Israeli citizen doing infrastructure work. He'd later died of his wounds. Low-intensity fighting along the Israel-Lebanon border has repeatedly threatened to boil over as Israel has targeted senior Hezbollah militants in recent months. Tens of thousands of people have been displaced on both sides of the border. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Friday met with Chinese President Xi Jinping and senior Chinese officials in Beijing.
Our ability to cooperate in this area, to show results, will have a very positive impact on relations between our countries and the interests of our people.
Talks between the two sides have increased in recent months. This is VOA News. U.S. officials say military officials at the Pentagon are expected to announce about $6 billion in long-term military aid to Ukraine. It will include much sought-after munitions for Patriot air defense systems and other weapons. The officials say the aid package will be funded through the Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative, which pays for longer-term contracts with the defense industry and means it could take many months or years for the weapons to arrive.
That was the latest news right here from the VOA happening inside of the NRP Break of Day newscast on NRP Radio. Stand by now for the latest from the National Meteorological Service of Jamaica in our weather report and forecast happening right now on this station. The National Meteorological Service of Jamaica is reporting that there is a significant feature of a high pressure ridge across the Central Caribbean. The high pressure ridge is expected to remain across the region over the next few days. In the 24-hour forecast this morning, expect partly cloudy conditions across sections of northeastern parishes. This afternoon, isolated showers across sections of southern parishes. Tonight, mainly fair. In terms of the 3-day forecast, starting tomorrow, that's Saturday, through to Monday, expect partly cloudy conditions in the mornings across northeastern parishes. Isolated showers are expected across sections of southern parishes. In terms of other current regional weather features, there's a trough across Puerto Rico at this time. The maximum temperature expected for Kingston and Montego Bay today, 33 degrees Celsius. That is the latest weather report and forecast right here on NRP Radio. With that, we've come to the end of our news presentation right here on NRP Radio. Just to give you an idea of what we brought to you this morning, Opposition spokesman for Education, Damon Crawford, has written an open letter to Education and Youth Minister over what he says is a deep concern about the escalating violence among students within our schools. Government is looking to establish a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics STEM innovation teaching center at National Hero Circle in Kingston. Jamaica Fire Brigade is intensifying efforts to ensure the safety and preparedness of firefighters in responding to fires involving electric vehicles and lithium-ion batteries. And in sports this morning, let's tell you that Uruguayan Fernando Muslera bid farewell to the Uruguay national team at the age of 37. The news today came to you courtesy of NRP Radio, reaching you where you are, no boundaries, no limitation. Here's your invitation to join us again this evening at 6:30 for the NRP Evening News Roundup. On behalf of the entire news and production teams, I am Leon Nash for NRP News. We encourage you to join this growing medium by subscribing to our YouTube channel at NRP Media JA. Feel fulfilled and informed. Have a good rest of your morning, reminding you too that if you walk, ride, or drive, make every effort to arrive alive. Wishing for you and yours a good rest of your day and looking forward to hearing from you later on today. Keep it locked on our radio platform for the program Let the Word Speak, coming up at 7 o'clock with Pastor Paul Blair. Remember, we go 24 hours per day on the radio platform. You can pop in at any time and participate and listen to the features and music, etc., that are taking place on the radio platform. Have a good day. It is now 3 minutes going up to the hour of 7 o'clock. As we said before, we're going to be segueing now, going back to our radio platform. So we say good morning and thanks to those of you who joined us on Facebook Live and on YouTube for our news presentation this morning. Come with us now. Let's go on over to our radio platform on NRP Media JA on the .com. That's NRP Media JA.com. Come on over with us and enjoy the program coming up next. Let the Word Speak. And of course, at 7:15, we do have a link up with GGFM over there in Brownstown in St. Anne. Take you until 9 o'clock. Then we'll come back to you to